Iraqi Dinar family, welcome back to your trusted source, Iraqi Dinar, the place where we cut through the noise and focus on the numbers that truly matter. Today's update may look small on the surface, but as we always say, in the currency world, small moves can signal bigger shifts ahead. If you are holding Iraqi dinar or closely watching the exchange markets, this is an update you cannot afford to ignore. On Monday, the US dollar closed trading higher in Iraq, hovering around 152,500 dinars per 100 US dollars. While that may not seem like a dramatic jump, that even minor increases in exchange rates can reveal underlying trends in demand, liquidity, and market sentiment. According to a market survey from local currency traders, the dollar was traded in Baghdad's Al-Kifa and Al-Harithia exchanges at 152,850 dinars per $100. This marked a slight increase from the morning session rate of 152,800 dinars. A 50 dinar rise may appear modest, but in currency markets, consistency and direction matter more than the size of a single move. This gradual climb suggests that demand for the US dollar remained firm throughout the day. In economies like Iraq's, our imports are largely paid in US dollars. Ongoing commercial activity naturally fuels demand for foreign currency. When traders, importers, or financial institutions increase their dollar purchases, even slightly, the rate can edge upward. In Baghdad's exchange shops, selling prices reached 153,250 dinars per $100, while buying prices stood at 152,250 dinars. This creates a spread of about 1,000 dinars between buying and selling rates. Such spreads often reflect caution in the market. Exchange houses widen their margins when they anticipate potential volatility or uncertainty in short-term price direction. Meanwhile, in Erbil, the market appeared more stable. The selling price was reported at 152,550 dinars per $100, and the buying price was 152,500 dinars. Compared to Baghdad, Erbil showed tighter pricing and less fluctuation. Regional differences like these are common and can be influenced by local demand, trade flows, and cash liquidity levels. Now let's break down what this movement could mean. First, the fact that the dollar strengthened slightly during the day indicates that demand outweighed supply, even if only by a small margin. When the dollar consistently trends upward, even by small increments, it suggests steady pressure within the market. Second, that the limited range of movement tells us something equally important: the market is not experiencing panic or extreme volatility. The increase from 152,800 to 152,850 is controlled and measured. This could indicate that regulatory efforts and central banking mechanisms are maintaining relative stability while still allowing market forces to operate. Third, psychology plays a role. Traders watch patterns closely. If they observe the dollar rising steadily over consecutive sessions, even gradually, it can encourage additional buying activity. This can create short-term upward momentum. On the other hand, if the rate stabilizes or declines in the next session, it signals that resistance levels are holding. Another important aspect to consider is the relationship between the open market rate and the official exchange rate. While this report reflects open market trading activity, it is the open market that most directly impacts everyday citizens, businesses, and small traders. Therefore, movements in these rates carry real economic implications at the street level. For Iraqi dinar holders and market watchers, the key is not to overreact to small fluctuations, but to monitor patterns. A 50 dinar increase in one session does not define a long-term trend. However, repeated incremental increases could indicate sustained demand pressure. What makes this update important is just the number itself, 152, 150, but the consistency of the upward movement during the trading day. Markets rarely move randomly. Even minor changes can reflect broader financial flows, government spending cycles, import activity, or liquidity adjustments. At the same time, the relatively narrow trading band suggests that the market remains within a controlled range. We are not seeing sudden spikes or sharp drops. Stability with slight upward pressure is the current theme. As always here on Iraqi Dinar, we focus on facts, not hype. We do not exaggerate minor moves, but we also do not ignore them. Every data point contributes to the bigger picture. So what should you watch next? Pay attention to whether the dollar continues climbing beyond the 153,000 level in Baghdad exchanges. Monitor whether Herbal begins reflecting similar upward momentum. Observe whether exchange shop spreads widen further. That could signal expectations of volatility. For now, Monday's closing tone favors the dollar, with mild but clear strength shown across Baghdad's major exchanges. Herbal remains relatively steady, and the broader market appears stable but attentive. Remember, major currency shifts often begin quietly. They start with small daily increases that gradually build momentum. That is why we track every movement carefully, so you stay informed and prepared. This has been your detailed market breakdown on Iraqi dinar, where we deliver clear analysis without exaggeration. Stay tuned, stay informed, and always let the numbers guide your understanding of the market.